Daniel, obviously a tough loss against Philly. What what do you think contributed to the slow start? Was it something Philly did, or has a lot of the off time really kind of affected your rhythm?
I think Philly had a really good game plan of playing super direct and fighting for the second balls and winning the flick-ons. And I think we weren't as prepared in the beginning for just a fight in midfield and aerial duels and ground duels and just being, relentless on the field. I think both their goals were identical. We looked back at him, and now I think we know what we need to do going into SKC, and the key is starting on the right foot. I think we started a little slow.
And then speaking about your new teammate Caballo, what's it been like working with him? What's that process like catching him up to speed when it's really kind of been his off season to catch up to mid season form?
Yeah, you can see he's got a lot of quality on the field. Really good technically. Definitely, he's learning what the system is and the philosophy. I was talking to him. He's familiar because he's gone up against Bragantino, playing in Brazil. So he knows a little bit of the playing style. But it's been nice to chat with him and try to teach him the principles. And he's really good at adapting to new information. And looking forward to seeing him more on the field.
Next, we'll go to Joe Pantorno on Zoom.
Hey, Daniel, appreciate the time. Just over these last few months, obviously working closely and watching Peter Stroud throughout his rehab, what has impressed you the most that he's been able to come back in less than 5 months after sort of being designated with an indefinite, time frame for a return here? But what has impressed you the most about his recovery, about his rehab, that he's now back on the cusp of getting back into the team before the season ends? Thanks.
Yeah, I think every day I see him in the gym and he's working for hours, just doing what the trainers are telling him to do, the sports therapist, and he's just getting to work and has his head down. And he's really positive about it. The mental warfare when you're injured and not playing, and how he was playing before he got injured, it's definitely had to be really deflating for him, and it's really exciting that we have him back now. He's definitely going to add more quality to the roster, and yeah, he's a guy that just keeps working hard, and yeah, he's got a great mindset. So really excited to see him back in training.
Next, we'll go to Daniel Fortenstein.
Hey, Daniel, hope you're doing well. What's going to be the challenges playing Sporting Kansas City this weekend, especially guys like Johnny Russell, Alan Pulido, Kyrie Shelton, very dangerous attackers and goal scorers?
Yeah, I think our back line has done fairly well this year, I think, in stopping attacking threats, but these SKC players are definitely going to be really dangerous. Johnny Russell cut inside a lot. Polito likes to drop in false at times, so they have a lot of interchanging motion, and we just have to keep an eye on them, be aware. I think it's really important for us sixes as well to not follow runners when they make runs in behind and really stay disciplined in our position. And communication's really been key for us this year because we like to shift, and it's such an aggressive playing style that you just have to communicate and talk so we can close spaces down and not do unnecessary running. So it's efficient for everyone.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Daniel. First, we'll go to Voss.
Thank you for the time, Daniel. Best of luck this Saturday. Just wanted to ask you on playing a team from the Western Conference and also a team that's outside of the playoff picture, much like Philadelphia Union. Not that they're outside of the playoffs, but they kind of are just looking at every game as if it's almost like a final. Do you think that might be an issue going into this game on Saturday with them kind of just having a U.S. Open Cup to look forward to?
I don't think we're taking this game any different. We need to get a win. We need 3 points again. We need that feeling. It's good that we're playing home. We've been really good in that environment, and we need to bounce back from this Philly game. SKC can take the game however they want. Yeah, they have the Open Cup final they're looking forward to. I think they're still going to come out desperate for points, and we need to be ready to go from when the whistle blows and do everything we can to get a win.
And we'll finish up with Anthony.
Daniel, you've stepped into quite a large role with Frankie Maya stepping out with Peter Strauss' injury. Have you had a chance to look back and kind of see how you've progressed this season, and are you happy with the player you've become in that increased role?
Yeah, I think after the Leagues Cup, when we had that break, we had time off, and I think I had an opportunity to look back at how the year's going for me and reflect a little bit and how much I think I've grown this year, playing in a little bit of a different system with Sandro coming in, trying to have more control on the ball and different positioning where he wants the six. So I think for me, I'm definitely not satisfied, and I want to keep doing more. But when Frankie left, it almost felt like I was asked to be a little bit more creative and try and influence the attack a little bit more, and I really like that because that's only going to help me down the road going forward in the future. But I definitely want to keep elevating myself both with the ball and without the ball, and just continue to grind and make myself a better player overall.
Daniel, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Anthony, thank you, man.